Fairfax has shown up.
Yeah, the local community here loves volleyball, and there's
Jack Sarnowski, pass by Poole, high ball set outside of Wetzel. Wetzel blocked at the net, but Buckeyes keep it in play. High ball back out the right to Wetzel. Wetzel high hands, dug middle back by Carroll. Set by Sarnowski out to Harrison. It looks like it goes. Big serve picked up by the libero. Sawyer tipped down, dug by Pasture. Right goes high ball to the outside. Big blast for the net. Miles per hour is what we got on the radar gun. Big swing by Davis, dug by Wright at the right back position, and a little cut shot. We brought Pasture goes to the off speed. Picked up by libero Sawyer. Right side attack by Davis. We got a net violation. Buckeyes in the net. Pasture, perfect pass right on the quick in the middle. Knocked down by Howard. Dug over by King. Right side attack by Wetzel, and he wipes it high off the block. Palisades. And Palisades Charter hits the hybrid. Hand pass by Carroll. Set the middle by Sarnowski. Goes deep line. Hand pass by Carroll. Back set to the right side to Drucker, and he sends a little to cross court. Davis with a pass. Set by Sarnowski, right side, and that goes into the net for point going to the Buckeyes. Pass by Sawyer. Sarnowski sets big to Davis, and he puts it away with a Ken set, but he's playing opposite hitter, standing at 6'3" from Chesterfield, Virginia. Look at that dump, second ball termination by Davis. Overpass picked up by Poole. Right goes big, right back, but it goes into the net. Carroll, little topspin serve, misses about a foot long. Off or middle from Powell, Ohio. Davis with a pass, back set to Drucker. Drucker looking for a touch. Mills at 6'4", red shirt senior. Middle blocker in the middle. Ball's tipped by Howard. Pancake attempt of the MIVA tournament MVP. Jump serve, good pass, actually tight pass, and overpass attack goes into the net by Wetzel. Fresh many accomplishments from this season alone. Bombing run. Right side attack by Davis, and that's what he's been doing. Ball's passed by Poole right on the quick attack to Howard. Dug by Davis. Back set to the outside to Carroll. Roll shot, and we got a net violating. 250 on the evening so far. Hybrids at deep corner. Hand pass by Carroll, and knocking it off the block is Kellen, 6'6", so he's bringing in some strength there as we see a double denial at the outside by team at the Conference Carolina tournament. Jump serve pass by Poole, way off the net, going to be way out of system. High ball by Wright outside on the attack of Stevens, and it Davis. Sarnowski back sets right side. Drucker roll shot. Dug by Wetzel, big to Pasture, and he drilled 250, but he's got 2 block assists, which have been pretty good for the Tornado. Right goes high ball and swinging away at the outside of 2 kills, hitting -200. Sarnowski, quick set to Carroll, dug by Poole, up and over, in pursuit is right, but unable. To Young, outside, actually back row attack to Jackson, in the middle, and chopping it, cross body, but wide from the Conference Carolinas. Up and coming conference, balls past Stevens, dug out of play by the lead. Serve for the Buckeyes, hybrid cross court, hand pass by Carroll. Sarnowski out to Davis, Evansville, Virginia, and Lee Davis High School goes off the cable. Pass by Stevens, right out to Pasture. Pasture on the bombing run. Right goes off the cable, pass by Carroll. Sarnowski back sets right side. Drucker. Drucker misses just wide. Right spins it down the line. Davis passes. Sarnowski shoots set to Kennedy, and Kennedy pulls. Bombs off the cable. Picking it up is Carroll. Sarnowski bump sets, and it's out of play. Interesting play there. I thought he would have gone just right in front of number 1. Pasture drills it. Pass by Sawyer. Backs at right side to Davis. Hits it wide and long. Pasture, high spin toss, goes towards Sawyer. Tight pass, and we have a beyond the net violation called again. Good serve, pass by Davis, back set to Drucker. Drucker drills it right by the block and down the outside hitter from North Lauderdale, Florida, goes off the cable. Pass by Stevens, right back to Wetzel, and Wetzel sent it. Goes cross court to Davis. Sarnowski, high ball out to Stevens, and misses. Stevens come in on NCAA opening round. Now he floats it down towards Pasture. Right sets quick in the middle of Howard, and a return package dug by Sawyer, set by Sarnowski. Free ball over by Kennedy, hand pass by Stevens in the middle of Howard, off the libero, Sawyer, and it
anywhere but the net.
Warren Davis back to serve, goes towards Pasture. Right, shoots the middle to Howard, and Howard sends fire in the hole. Number 2. Pasture bombs, hits at 67 miles an hour. Sarnovsky outside to Stevens. He's denied with a
Have to beat teams off the net.
Kennedy bombs, saved by Poole, down ball off the cable, and Bialato. Pass by Davis. Sarnovsky outside to Stevens. Right gets a paw on it, and in pursuit. So perfect pass by Poole, right outside to Stevens. Hits it long. Actually, cross court serve goes up and over on the overpass and winning the joust. Drags Stevens. Chester pass by Pasture. In the middle, too young, covered by Stevens. Right goes against the grain and shoots it over to Rodak. Jump serve pass by Carroll, set outside Davis. Davis off the outside block, covered by Davis, and ball just denied by the triple block. Ball comes back over, picked up by Milstead. Set high ball, actually goes over the net. All Young has. Sarnovsky back to Drucker, roll shot, pancake save, set by Wetzel. Pasture taking it. Drucker, free ball over by Carroll. Right on the shoot to Young, and unable to control it is Young. Back to serve for the Buckeyes, goes off the cable, pass by Sawyer, back to Drucker. Drucker fires down the line for point. King gets one in, pass by Stevens. On the quick attack is Howard. Right with 14 assists, and a block assist and a dig, and he misses that one. Davis serves, pass by Stevens. Right, high ball out to Wetzel. Wetzel dug out of play by Davis for Panofsky to Carroll at the outside tip, dug by Pasture. Right goes big to Pasture, and look out below. Bombing run serve, 72 miles an hour, and Jack Steve. Sarnovsky back to Drucker. Drucker tips, covered by Poole. Set by Wright, shoot set by Howard, goes wide.
Fair enough, they get the point.
Kennedy, good jump serve, pass by Poole, tight to right, quick back attack, and Milstead sends on that ball.
And Milstead's he's not a giant guy.
Right, sets Howard again, and Howard says, I got you. Sarnovsky goes outside of Stevens. He's dug by Wright, trap, joust at the net, one out by Carroll, and knocking it, finding the empty real estate. That lefty tail. Ball's passed by Davis. Sarnovsky on the big to Davis, and NATO. Pasture on the pass, shoots it by Wright, and Young. Florida, good serve. Pass by Poole, right out to Pasture. Pasture goes for the extreme angle, but we got a net violation. Emil Clark checks in for the Buckeyes at the service line. Actually, he's the middle blocker, but he's into play, and good windup and swing.
Or maybe putting a couple guys on Davis.
Good pass by Pasture, swinging around, and dirty kill off the cage. Wetzel stepping in as Sawyer. Sarnovsky goes back to Davis. Davis sending a little thunder from you on the evening. Jump serve off the cable. Pancake pass by Poole. And we got a net violation by King. Right. Sarnovsky bumps that to Carroll off the outside. Poole, great save. Right, goes against the grain to Wetzel. Wetzel wipes it off the block for the Pasture on the topspin serve. Carroll on the pass. Winding up, and blast court dig by Davis. Sarnovsky big to Davis. He's denied. And on that block in our best of 5. Carroll's way off the net. Drucker just keeps it in play. Poole on the free ball pass. Shoot set over to Howard, and it falls. Spin serve pass by Carroll. Same spot as was in the previous one. Davis swings away, chops one down the line for the winner. Over, Wright steps in to do it. Hand pass by Sawyer. Sarnovsky back to Drucker. Drucker fires one. Coach of the year in his year 1. Now John Hawks, coach of the year in his year 1. So I think the key to success is become a head coach in the MIVA in your first year.
You know, there's been some.
Right on the shoot set over to Young, and he bangs it off of Davis. Sawyer. Sarnovsky gets underneath it. Drucker goes cross court, dug by Wetzel. Right on the 40 to Pasture. Full shot dug by Pasture. Right goes back to Wetzel. Wetzel off the block. Sarnovsky on the overhand dig. Sawyer hand sets right side of Drucker, and he sneaks it by the ball. Passes a little off the net. Outside of Stevens. He's blocked at the net. Serve by Stevens. Tipped by Milstead. Pancakes not served. That's Stevens out of the back. Carroll out of the back row. Roll shot by Davis, and Buckeyes caught in the net. He passed by Stevens. High ball at the Pasture. Pasture denied, and it's another tough serve. Pass by Poole. High ball at the Pasture. Pasture goes up and over the block. This serve. Pass down the line by Carroll. Drucker drills it down the line. Dug by Young, and a roll shot put away. Back set to Wetzel. Wetzel goes off the block, dug by Drucker and taken out the trash. Carroll sets it over, picked up by Wright, bump set by Poole. Pasher swings away, misses wide. Wetzel, he sends a little thunder down the line, bumps it by Drucker. Davis rolls it down the outside, and Buckeyes kills, hitting .538 on the night. Pass by Carroll, right side to Davis. Davis on the jumper goes a low pass by Poole, right on the big, and that could be a back row attacker, and it is. Good pass by Stevens outside. Stevens gets it right back, but hits it off the block. Goes Justin Howard, the 6'6" middle. Hybrid pass by Davis, set on the shoot, and going a little thumb down. Sarnowski outside to Carroll, goes cross court by Carroll. Ball's blocked by Milstead, set outside to Stevens. Stevens winds up, and Sarnowski back to Davis, goes wrist away, dug by Poole. Right, gets underneath it, throws it back to Wetzel, and he does the double hands by Carroll. Drucker rolls it off the cable, picked up by Wright, faking the attack of Stevens out to Pasher, and welcome to the court on his toss. Dump at the net, dug by Wetzel. Set right to Pasher. Pasher knocks it inside the block of Milston. Snaps it towards Poole, right back to Wetzel. Wetzel, a hybrid pass by Carroll, set outside to Davis. Davis denies. Rolls it towards Pasher, right on the shoot to Howard, and banged over, pass out, almost out of play by Sawyer, picked up, and Kennedy swings away, but he thrills it 74, but Kennedy does a little damage of his own. That by Drucker outside to Carroll, dug by, I believe that's Stevens, right side of Wetzel. Wetzel hits it wide. We got Davis, Sarnowski back to Drucker. Drucker rolls it, easily picked up by Tooney. Right back to Wetzel. Wetzel one-on-one, he jumps. Tooney on the jumper goes towards Sawyer. Pass by, set by Sarnowski in the middle to Kennedy. Why not? Pass by Pasher, shoots that to Young. Dug out by Milstead. Rolled off the net. Net violation on Wetzel. Pasher on the pass. Right out to Stevens. Stevens into the net. Pass by Stevens right outside of Pasher. Pasher blast, swings away, dug by Wetzel, right in the middle of Howard, off the block, dug by Sawyer. Sarnowski outside to Davis, and he 28-28 goes down the line, pass by Poole, right, high ball out to Pasher. Pasher through the block. Sarnowski, high ball out to Davis. Davis swings high at the block, saved by Stevens, set by one-hand dish, and it goes off the antenna. On the jumper, delivers, pass by Sawyer, 66 mile an hour, and Kennedy goes cross. Right, gets underneath it, out to Stevens. It's a trap set, tipped over the block, dug by Sarnowski. Kennedy sets it left side to Carroll, net violation for the Tornado. Davis rolls it cross court, Pasture on the pass. Stevens winds up and swings. We're tied at 31s. Floats her, pass by Davis. Sarnowski back to Drucker. Drucker off the block, and the pass by Pasher, set by Wright. Big bomb by Stevens. D9 goes over off his head. Sawyer sets right side. Drucker. Drucker hits it out of play. Wetzel on the jumper. Can he close it? Goes down the line. Pass by Sawyer. Sarnowski big to Davis. Davis off the block. 33-33 jumper. Pass by Pasture. Right outside to Stevens. Stevens hits it. We're tied for the 10th time since we started serving for some kind of set point. Set outside to Pasture. Pasture goes off the block.
And it being tooled out of bounds is such a small margin of error.
Good pass by Sawyer. Davis, cross-court rip, misses wide. Boy, not done quite yet.
You know what?
Coach, 4 dig, but it's a serving game. That